Okay, hello everyone. Today we are continuing our Tyranny campaign. This is gonna be part 10. And last time we convicted one of the Archons. Oh, Sean. Last time we convicted an Archon, secrets, Nerat, and now we have to sort out a lot of things that popped up. That's so. See how it's gonna go. Hmm. The plan. Well, first let's go to the bastard wounds. After that we're gonna go to the voices of Nerat, talk to him, and tell him that we're about to judge him. Hopefully this is the point in the story where we are possibly getting access to the remaining area of Old Wall. Nope. Last time I checked the farm here, we found only one thing of the importance, so double check. Welcome back, Fatebinder. Look like you got questioning something matters. You being a Fatebinder, I thought you might be able to get to the heart of the little trouble we're having here. The crops aren't doing too swift, wages are mushroom. And at that rate, they're withering well. If the farm dies, the wound starts. Listening? Strange enough, this ain't the first time something like that has occurred. A while back, one of the greener farm hands got in his hollow head that any water is good water and was paying no mind to which he watered with what. Enormous mistake, but causes us no end of grief. Luckily, hadn't been happening long, and the plans bounced back a few weeks after I got things all rectified. And the same this time. Kept both eyes on the water being used, and I haven't seen a solitary mistake made. Each crop gets the right amount of right kind of water at the right time. Ain't just that, the plants are going bad faster than last time too. I get to guess somebody's thinking and plants strong water when I'm not. And no, out of curiosity, won't be set up a notification when you go live. Maybe not at the moment. Uh, yeah, I guess, yeah. Thanks. I just. Is there anything that has to be done on my end? Hmm. Oh, okay, then I'd appreciate that if it's not too much to ask. Thanks. professional streamer, quote unquote, me. How the person knows everything for sure without seeing it herself. All I know is that it was similar to what happened before the water got this real faster. That way people in the castle get notifications bring you live automatically. Yeah, that sounds good. Again, it's your server, so if you're okay with that, then cool. It's just that I didn't post specifically because it's your server. That's it. Wait, man, I figured you would also ask people who walk the farm, see if seeing anything else. Yeah, Sean, the sister is here. This man kill prey. Food hungry prey grows grass thin, grows back tough, not good on or eat. Right. Good. All of these had much to do with it, not knowing how, not sure they could. I'll see if I can work something going on. Hey, thanks to anybody that's the kind of you, more than kind, it might just save lives everyone in Boston. Like again, I see as it's been my lucky day. Now what can I do for you? Like I mentioned that you had problem with the crops. I've learned to give sister love and look to watch my what anime. Fair enough, fair enough. Not also that the escalating Clay's fault that while pork chops can tell his head from a hole in the ground, that he must fuck up with him. Later down water he's a mushroom patrol and later find anything about the water. See, that's funny because Clay just found me an interesting tale about how you are the culprit. Let's use the lore. Fuck me, you're smarter than you look. Can't all look as brilliant as we are. Of course, Lantry, I agree with that. Look, the survival of the wound is my top priority. The wound and my son. I can't be out there blading hand. I want to be good, certain that wound led by someone who kept everyone safe. That's Wagstaff. He's got experience and he's got sorcery. Told him as much and he asked for my help bring everyone else around. So I thought it could start to fail. People went on to Northern Air. He's staying just for and told Wagstaff to fix things. So again, everybody just fucking things up for the sake of politics. Because it's the only way. People have to realize that Wagstaff is a better leader. For all justice, every fucking person here will die. And my son is just fine, thanks. Do you really think I'd do this if I thought I'd hurt him? People go to Wagstaff for help any day now, and at the final go back to. Or did you keep the tycoon? Wagstaff no idiot, he gave me something that makes the social water looks like the first bound water. Exactly, are you going to stop me? You don't know what I'm using or where to find it. Okay. We'll find some way to incriminate you. We already know where to look, so...
Can't do that. Sorry, I can't.
Well, first reporting to Tycho, that's the way we'll get something. Backfight binder, I've got information regarding water problem. Wagstaff isn't verify what his call calling you, but anything to support this belief would admit it to tamper with water on a Wagstaff's behalf. Do not fool God, doesn't you think raising a healthy child is easier on a food shortage? I'll figure some way to deal with her. Unfortunately, there was not enough to I'm going to continue investigation. Okay, so we need to investigate. First thing first, go back to the main floor and see if we can get Wagstaff to That was something. If not, we will...
Can't do that.
Then stomachal, then is it stomachal? Okay, firstly we get into Wagstaff. And we're gonna try to get something out of him first. And if this doesn't work, we'll go back to the... We'll go back to just sneaking around. Fatebinder. You said he has something for me to do. The Boston Woods present all sorts of threats, the Banes, vegetation that toxic water. We had the other step from within Rifttown. For my outpost, our tribe became wild and uncontrolled. She started to exhibit healing powers, so it seems she would heal the outward symptoms. Injured, but those she treated became sleepless, doomed to waste away. Rifttown is gone, but in the outpost, but in her lies the answer to all woes. Mystical charged blood will allow me to make purified radiant for decades, probably longer. Putting her down would also grant her healing others and making sleepless. Lightly kill her, bring back her corpse, and you'll have all our water and sleep all at once. Yeah, is killing somebody is really necessary in this situation? No, but I doubt Nasty wasn't harsh. Claire's will browbeat her into surrender. Yeah, his logic seems a little bit flawed with how he described the healing power working. Confident but not certain. You raise a valid concern, but I used Rifttown's blood in the early iteration of my purification engine. If your blood was provided, we would have found that already with hard way. Who's in proposition the beastmen that guard us would need to be bled, eventually slaughtered. This can't be solved by harming one life now, it's the many later. Take care of it together, we might save the wound. As it happens, my eyes and ears tell me that just beside the group of hunters are looking for two pallets and better first. Here two things. First, hold on to my warden's key. You'll need this down below. You should let you access the switches and move from far. Second, you'll need the keystones to a pod that takes you down to that. Oh, now we're finally getting down there.
On it.
Okay, we can't walk. Okay, let's go to the where the denizens live. Maybe we'll find something incriminating. Nothing here. Go back to the farm quickly. Maybe we'll miss something that can be done there. No, doesn't seem to. Okay. Guess we need to go down here. In Lantry, we will talk with you once we move to another place. Okay, am I missing something? In Spirit Monarch, you currently possess the keystone that will allow you to venture deeper into the Old One. Oh. I didn't read that. It was pen stroke of a note.
Not to steal your glorious day in the sun, but I must say, now all my notes on you are suddenly worth 10 times their weight in iron. My journals will melt the linens off the ladies, I tell you. What's that you say? Buxom, nubile lasses with an interest in old men who know history. You need a definitive tractatus on the trials and tribulations of the Archon of the Tears? Ha! Well, you're in luck.
Wow, Lantry, that's the way with the
I think one can safely conclude that you have the Overlord's attention, and that of the Tears. Soon, all of Taratas. You realize, I trust, I hope, that nobody other than Kairos has ever cast an edict until you.
Happen to know when first cars press the edict.
Good question. In parts north, it's commonly held that Kairos' Edict of Dust was the first, but it was cast in the year 11. It was just the first edict to ripple across the whole of Taratas. If you lived somewhere that used to have antelope, you probably think that's the first edict of the Overlord. But here, the answer is given to us by the Overlord's own sense of posterity. Year 0 of Kairos' calendar is said to correspond to the day Kairos went from warlord to wearer of many crowns. A victory won when the first Edict of Storms shocked both the Cloud Barons and the realm of Medrev to capitulate.
Philip, is that an Okay, the implication of that is kind of scary.
Yes, or it was, at least, until they were all wiped out by the Edict of Dust. Or that's as best we've pieced it together from the records. From what we've gathered from their skeletons, they were some sort of mute beast man that ran on 4 legs.
Okay, so the Kairos is strong enough for his magic to literally wipe out the species.
Antelope are not like beast women. Antelope have hooves for fleeing. Beast women have claws for killing. Antelope don't eat meat, are spooked easily, are large but helpless, lumber but lack reason, are prey. Silverback tribe hunted antelope extinct. Old ink mystic tells many strange, stupid tales. Thinks to know everything.
I suppose I'm more of an expert in living things, like birds, and can't quite confirm or deny what you're saying, but just forget I said anything.
As a status, some guys will try to solve the question. My newfound point don't share the fact that I'm not going to Kairos. Yeah, I'm playing a loyalist to Kairos.
If that's true, then the Overlord would be wise to treat you well, for your powers would make you an enforcer second to none. But I imagine Kairos became Kairos by taking few chances with the competition. I could see the Overlord playing it safe and disposing of you. At the same time, if you really were a meaningful threat, you'd have already been the victim of an edict, or bled in Mark's daggers. So this has me rather curious. Just what does the Overlord wish to do with you?
Whatever the Overlord Kairos wishes to do with me, I do not think I will be happy with that.
Well, I have a hard time believing that someone would cast an edict and not have it noticed.
Huh. Yes, but maybe I will cast edict. Yeah,
Well, as of now, I've seen with my own eyes that the Overlord is not unique in this regard. And I suppose you're all the evidence I need to throw suspicion on the record. Now, if you are right, that implies the Overlord has no qualms silencing and murdering those who pose a threat. In your case, at least my written record of you might survive. See? I'm being optimistic.
Well, the fact that Overlord has no problem disposing of people that she perceives as a threat, that's kind of rather obvious by what we've seen so far.
Indeed. Once again, I find myself wishing the days and nights would slow down just a hair. Never enough hours to journal these dense days. Let us be on our way.
Wouldn't have access to the old world teleporter. Yeah, I got it. The rocks have been transferred taking. What should I? That's not started taking from my hand. I don't have time for this. I have an important myself for half of you. Right, of course. Don't let this delay you any further. Don't take my needling too seriously, Fatebinder. Not many skulls to crack down here, so I've got to get my example where I can. Okay, fair enough. That's. Watch out for slips this way down there. Do us all a favor and put you out of the misery. Well, I will try. Firstly, going here. If there is a way down there. Okay, we gonna get to the dungeon just in case. Nothing here. Darkened halls. Yes, looking at the map, there might be a chance that we'll be able to access different areas that are close for us through this one. A little beacon.
Right. Right. Right.
I'm not here to make friends.
Nothing.
Oh, come on, look at that.
Humans did not see these moments miss. Nope, nope.
Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
Felt nothing. Felt nothing.
I've only just begun to fight!
That's how it's done.
Off.
It's not right.
It's not right. Human smells only half revolting. He's missing sense.
Sleepless. Okay. The devastating is bad, but it's you survive here for some time. Why do Bane leave you alone? Prod him with your finger first, gently, then insist in his unusual call to the Dutch. Despite your persistence, you elicit little more than guard from them. If slightly, you notice a strap wrapped around one of his legs, bending over the nearby ledge. You know, the edge, you notice a half-open satchel attached to the strap, dangling precariously above the ground. Within it, you spot the sharp feature, the soft blow of an old war torch key. Take the torch. You carefully pull the satchel upward, pointing reflectively. The dazed man that you mumble softly to yourself as you reach into your bag and pull the torch key. Less one smooth motion, you lift the crystal from the satchel and hide it from sight within the folds of your pack. With no light to draw his attention, the agitated man relaxes. Okay.
I got it.
Okay, strength.
Time to see if this warden's key does what it advertises. Want to take bets?
Sorry, I can't. Sorry, I can't.
Okay. Ottoman's guess their access that night. There's a wound momentarily confused before releasing sharp pain breaths onto the floor.
Sorry, I can't.
I have no idea how I could have gotten stuck here.
Kills in Shadow understands.
I just hope it's not one of those bags where I need to reload the entire location. That would be far from optimal.
Right. Sorry, I can't. Sorry, I can't. Can't do that. Sorry, I can't. Can't do that. Sorry, I can't.
Yeah, let's go to the farm. Maybe that's where we need to go. Well, I don't know.
Sorry, I can't.
As you consider this when the old one mechanism emerge from the warden's key. You haze at Hollas. Maybe. I'm just thinking that I might have gotten myself into a soft lock somehow. It's not the first time it happened, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's a buggy game. Must have conspired Monica. Nope.
Can't do that.
Let's talk to Wagstaff. Fatebinder. Chetla. Fair. I'm aware of the efforts to do Fariato. But as you think you're accusing me, I assure you I think you have the wrong man. Okay. Let's go back to that. I will save here. We're gonna load and we're gonna attempt to get there again. If not, I have a suspicion that I need to come to the old wall in the completely different location. But I do not want to do that. But if need arises, I will. Yep. Still not sure. Okay. Old wall breach there. Encounter Vendriel's Well. Your journey is interrupted by a messenger from a mountain spire. Short man with a length of the dark hair, surprisingly full beard messenger, and bears bloodshot eyes and nervous disposition. Ever since you issue of the edict in the support Vendriel's Well, the courier tells you the value of weapons has been beset by an ever-increasing number of pain. The creatures seem inimical to all life, and the predation have people of Apex hiding in terror rather than tending the fields. If this keeps up, the land you've claimed will not be able to support your spire, regardless of how rapacious your excators become. The messenger asks what orders you wish to return to the spire. Inquire further. Press the messenger for more details. He tells you that there have been scattered veins sighted through the valley, but the thickest around Vengersfeld Citadel and in the mountain that the Old Dominion. They have attacked a handful of travelers and devastated livestock through the valley. Given the arms still recovering from the conquest, the rise of Andreas Well is Saxon. Give the order. Let's try to request a favor from Tunon. We have his favor. Prepare for offensive on your own, but which allies will you reach out to aid against the pain? The Court of Fatebinder. You address your missive to Nunoval, Fatebinder of War in the Bastard City, and request his aid and valor of accuracy. Note that normally you wouldn't text the educated and with such a menial task, but you thought you might enjoy the opportunity to set his metal against the pain. You suggest that Drogolos too may interest in the study. Edict of Storm. I could have broken the edict but I don't think I would have. Like, it's just a little too much. This is the one that we forgot. Which means that there is a slight chance that we might be able to open it. If not, I might, and it will lead to something. If not, I will be at the loss and I would have to reload from the last save, which I haven't done. Yep, I have to reload.
Sorry, I can't. On it. Sorry, I can't. Can't do that.
Fears and shadow under.
I do not want to get stuck in this section for far too long. Okay, the fuck? Okay, I need to... That's it. Okay. Let's load that. I guess we need to start from the very beginning because according to like all the Reddit posts, this is from the DLC that, and it is rather buggy. First, we're gonna talk to Lantry and.
I think one can safely conclude that you have the good. But here, the answer is yes.
And
I suppose, if that's true. At the same time, well, I have a hard time with. Well, now, if indeed.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I guess I will not go to Bastion right now. I will wait a bit because it does seem to be a little too buggy. Okay, now I know that Quick's just going this how buggy this game is with the soft locks. I need to be more careful from now on. Yeah, that was weird. Though I should have expected it's an Obsidian RPG. Of course it's gonna have a level of junk that wasn't solved even after...
This civil war is nearly over, and Ironhearth is vulnerable. That simpleton Ash is no doubt sobbing in his porridge over the soldiers we've killed. You've made quite the name for yourself. No longer the simpering Fatebinder, but an Archon. We couldn't be more pleased. Once Ash has been dealt with, you may return to Cacophony and take your reward. Loyalty as true as yours is worthy of nothing less than the highest honor.
Actually...
You would bend the very laws of Kairos against me? It would appear even we have not seen all the ways this might unfold. Well played, Archon. It is a rare treat when we are actually taken by surprise. Your mind will go nicely with our collection. What an annoyance you turned out to be. Tunon's court has a long history of regurgitating only the most insufferable, conceited agents. You are no exception, and you won't be the first we've dispatched.
Okay, so the Voices of Narrative freely also admitted to dispatching the agents of Tunon's court.
The only vermin you'll find here are those who think themselves above their betters. You cannot hope to stand against us, but we will not begrudge you for trying. Come to us then. We are Legion, and you cannot stand against us all. Come, gather around and watch us destroy the Fatebinder.
To battle! Will do.
So few of you, so many of us. How does it...
Will do.
What could make this better? Oh, right. More of us.
humans did not see Beast Woman's miss. Nope, nope.
Will do. Will do.
Now that was satisfying.
at once.
Pray is too squirmy.
Listen closely.
Claws.
The Infinite speaks. You're going to have to kill all of us.
What a rush!
Yes. Will do.
Always I'm doing this alpha asses.
That's how it's done. Consider it done.
That's it. Bleed for us. So few of you, so many of us. Hardly seems fair, does it?
I can't move! Right.
As you command.
Humans did not see Beast Woman's miss. Nope, nope.
Can't do that. Right.
I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass!
I think my wisdom is finally catching up to my age.
Time to hunt to kill!
Perhaps a change of tactic.
Consider it done.
The nerf, they only have so much now.
Swipe missed. Makes Beast Woman's blood run hot. Humans did not see Beast Woman's miss. Nope, nope.
We are never alone.
I got it.
As you command.
Right. I got it.
Stop dodging strike from red claws!
I'll take that.
Approach us, you insignificant little morsel. We would have a word with you. Whatever the thoughtless rabble may whisper about this moment, don't delude yourself into thinking you are powerful, that you matter, or that someone out there isn't greater still.
Yeah, I know that. The only one who's greater than me is Kairos.
We came from nothing. Our deeds defined us to the people, and the people knew us as a monster. Did you imagine we were always flames, voices, and secrets? think on that. You Archon of misguided decisions.
No matter what we think, you're still an Archon.
At least you know the value of good advice. That will take you farther than any beaten trail, and it will bite deeper than any crude weapon of iron.
Something about this tracer was just funny. He begins to laugh, short bursts develop into violent uncontrolled fast and insane joy. Voices lets his hands fall from his robes, the very flames that defined him, shapeless being whipped into frenzy, they burn. Hear a distant, incoherent chorus of screams in the back of your head, but as quickly as it rises, fades to silence. The Archon singer is the skirmish before your eyes.
No! Not like this! We were so close!
Shit. I guess that just happened. Good thing I'm still part of a gang, right?
So much knowledge was in that hive of a creature. If Narat weren't such a wanton monster, I'd almost shed a tear for his passing. Just think of how many tomes his mines could have filled. Though I suppose most of it would have been sketches of torture and fornication.
Ouch. Lantry, you're not wrong, but still.
Shadow Hunter and Archon Killer, Terror, Death that stalks and swift silent strikes from darkness, most feared predator in all of Tears Land.
Final scream. Gentle touch. On the other hand, though, we have avenged
Sorry, I can't.
everybody who was killed by him. Yep, we have to return to the Unon's court because this is a very important. Drew the bane away. You theorized that a focus attack of magic by a mistake of another fire could draw the bane away from the fire. It will of things to completely compete with an edict, but it's a plan that diffuse the issue without significantly brush it. Of course, you doubt the person in the area around the spell. Getting in magic touch, but I should just deal with them than a pharmacy. Yeah, at the end, I think asking for Tunon's help is like a better decision overall. We're still good with him. He's like, what's the Tunon? We're on the rough one with him. But at least I have killed the Archon.
With that unpleasant business out of the way, we change course to another serious matter. One that puts into question your conduct as a member of Kairos' loyal followers.
Oh, what?
You have made quite a name for yourself, Fatebinder. Stories of your deeds have spread through the tiers, and all of them have reached this court. Some actions have consequences. We will see what your actions have wrought. The court has its own charges to present, and invites you to answer for yourself. Yes, and I would ready yourself to form a defense, because your
shit.
testimony could augur your doom.
You think I did a quick search?
The trial begins now. I recommend that you treat these moments with deserving gravity, as they might be your last. Don't attempt to lie or evade answers. I will judge you in the objective eyes of our overlord. Is that understood?
Okay, so we're on trial.
At least your civility remains intact. You are on trial for transgressing on the Overlord's authority, breaking the laws of the Empire, bringing mayhem to an otherwise orderly conquest, and meddling in concerns that fell beyond your station. Our directive to bring Kairos' peace to the tiers has suffered, and you will answer for the part you played.
Oh, come on. I'm not that bad. You don't mind, Educator? We're on familiar terms with the Fatebinder here. Should any inconsistency go are into, we will add our voices to the test.
The court has inquiries into your conduct.
Okay.
I first call your travel companions to speak on your behalf as witnesses to your character or accomplices to your crimes. Who will speak on behalf of the Fatebinder? Scarlet Fury, you who sacrificed your old life for this one. Step forward.
Me? As if the likes of me has any business speaking in a grand hall before the Archon. Why, I've murdered enough folk to stack their bodies up to the podium 10 times over. Your Honor.
I like the verse of the way
The Fatebinder and I get along like a couple of cats. We scratch here and there, but there's respect to be had. Sometimes I think we agree on too much, but can't fight everyone. I suppose I've had worse bosses, and I suppose I've had better friends. But this one's something special. I've killed for him, and I'll do it again.
Oh, thank you, Verse. You are psychopathic murder hobo.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf? Let the aged chronicler step forward.
If it may please the court, I will speak true. I have had the honor and privilege of shadowing the Archon. A dream come true for someone so eager to witness history in the unfolding. I can say, with conviction, I am following greatness.
And if required, I could produce my travel log to back my claims. I have noted the good with the bad, and I think you'll find that Akrok has been a force of order and balance, exactly what you should. one from a fate
Will
binder.
anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf? Let the Beast Woman come forward and offer testimony. I would hear her speak.
Archon barks orders at Beast Woman? Thinks kills in shadow will obey? Thought Alpha would protect Beast Woman from Kairos. Thought was best chance to survive. But Alpha has still not proven self to kills in shadow. So now, him thinking maybe is because Alpha is weak.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf?
Evidently not. The time has come for Fatebinder to offer his testimony. I dispatch you to the realm of Star to do Kairos' edict of storm to the Regency of Central Skip. Punishment for their continued resistance against the rightful authorities of the Overlord. Yet you hesitated longer than necessary in its insurance, allowing the Regent's time to stockpile supplies in the Bastion while drawing disfavor deeper into a path of angel devastation. I wasn't told when exactly to use it. It said it worked. Even Regent, I wanted to give them time to pull their patrols back. Hope to spare as many of the people start, the farmers and merchants who weren't involved in war, as I could. Mercy was for them, not the Regents. Yeah, that was my reason. Farmers who fed the soldiers' house and merchants who armored them, and in exchange the war in belated graves dragged on, claiming the disfavored lives. Swift end to conflict can spare more than it claims, and the Overlord's turned necessity of an edict is not paid by its place to delay its effect. You entered Old War, clear violation of Kairos' law. How do you answer for this version of justice? Do you think yourself above the law? The transgression was necessary to complete that cancer stood in the path of justice. They are open and available for plunder. I claimed resources. When the trespass came instead of trespasses, that I might punish that transgression. The circumstances I have no precedent, but I trust your reasoning. Agents of my court are not immune to the law, but your position was an impossible one. You obeyed the voice of Nart, assisted Scarlet Cross with the distinction, and yet you turned Archon when I called the trial. Explain your motivation. The Scarlet Cross was built changing your superiors. What I did here is no different. I was hoping to fight one less Archon, and voice of Nart scared me the most. I believe that voice of Nart considered the deceitful plot against the servants of Chaos. I wanted to get to the bottom of it. I didn't know full extent of Archon's secrets monstrosity until I was close. No, my main point was actually trying to see if I was suspicious of voices now right from the beginning. I was basically digging deeper. Speak with the voice of clear-headed judgment. I find refreshing in these times of conflict. I believe you.
I have one final question, Fatebinder. You were brought to this campaign to adjudicate the disagreements between the two armies. After your arrival, matters quickly escalated into a civil war. Did you knowingly join the conquest of the Tears to sow discord in your wake, or were you merely a victim of circumstance?
And during the okay, but I'm done now. I recognize corruption from the start. It's only a matter of time before they turned on each other. I was prepared for that in chat. During the conquest for the glory of Kairos, but I'm less certain that the Archons did for the same thing. No, I joined for the glory of Kairos because I believe in the Overlord. That's what I'm role-playing. But they were on the verge of that civil war already. It would have started with or without me.
It's possible, even likely, that the Archons traveled south with their own agendas. I make no secret of the fact that the more worthy of the two would have inherited the Tears to rule as their domain under Kairos, and ambition got the better of them both. They were expected to conduct themselves in a professional manner, as were you.
I think I was as professional as I could under the circumstances. Conduct aside, the fact that Archon's corruption is an assumed fact speaks to the success of this Fatebinder's mission. I don't know about the rest of you, but I find it mildly encouraging.
I am finished with my line of questioning. Have you any closing remarks for the court?
Though I have ever strived to bring peace in order to the Shattered region, I recognize that our work is uphill battle and well worth the struggle. The years have shown me that war and conflict can change the face of a tears. I'm a hammer that pounds ore into a workable shape. Now the first one.
The way you frame it, the conquest sounds like a matter of true personal investment. Most curious. After weighing the charges, this court finds you innocent. Against all reason or expectation, I find you innocent. Your testimony was sufficient to justify your deeds, your self-appointed authority, and your undermining of Kairos' law. I can hardly believe it myself.
Holy shit. Educator, are you unwell? Yeah. Leave him. I want to see how this plays out.
Archon, your presentation in the court today has shaken many of my core beliefs. Things I held sacred under Kairos' law are now uncertain. I once thought that Kairos was the sole overlord. The notion of rising to her echelon of power and influence wasn't a concept that existed for me, for anyone. You have proven her wrong. What's more, you understand justice and law better than she ever did. Better than even I am willing to accept you as my new sovereign, if you'll have me.
Serve me as you serve Kairos. Ask nothing more, I accept together we'll...
My loyalty is beyond question. I will do anything for you.
Funny things to say when you just turn coat on your old boss. That they would kill him just for the fun of it. See what's under the mask. No worse. Educator.
My gavel and my justice are yours. I will execute your laws as you draft them, show mercy as you see fit, and bring to ruin all who would reject you.
Silently battling Max sips from a shadow. He glides forward, palm and two back blade together. His eyes flicker.
Adjudicator, kid, allow this blade to cut to the point. I have an objection, or two.
Really? You have to do it now? He smiles pleasantly, it's gleaming in the darkness.
Archon of Shadows has come, thinking to kill Alpha to Beast Woman. But human who hides in darkness will not so easily survive against Shadow Hunter.
He places his Beast Woman, a creature born from darkness, through the Sapex killer with an affinity for shadow much like himself. Though he says nothing, you can sense Joe clenching as he weighs his odds against you and this predator who can see through his cracks. And piercing your shadow itself.
Look, it's not like I have a grudge against you. I just can't let you live on Kairos' orders. I'm sure you understand. I would not so readily hand my leash to another. God, really? Did you think I would allow myself to be used by someone like you? That you could send me to strike at the Overlord? No. I would feel your blood pool beneath my feet first.
It would appear the court headsman is determined to make his stand. Under normal circumstances, I would curb this behavior with a swift execution. However, we have long since abandoned normalcy. There will be a trial by combat then. Bledenmark's claim against your own. Justice will win out. And the will of the true Overlord will be evident for the living to witness. You may begin when ready, Archon. Your trial begins anew, Archon. Prepare to defend your title, your innocence, and your very life.
Oh shit.
Now shadow hunts shadow, but Beast Woman's claws can rend even darkness, can make shadows bleed and howl. We'll kill, maim, slaughter. We'll rip, maul, and devour Archon of Darkness for Alpha. Creep softly in shadow, strike swiftly to kill.
Will do.
I'll be filling that one for a bit.
Fall before me!
Nice one, kid. The trick is to keep twisting until you hear the snap.
I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass!
Hurts. Hit, doesn't it?
Humans did not see Beast Woman's miss. Nope.
Will do.
If I had kids. They'd be feeling that one.
Another scar? Fine. I never
See
had
Beast Woman's miss.
Ray, you.
On
Holy
it.
shit. Just give me the signal.
Wake me up when it's over.
Nicely done.
Apologies, but good as new, or at least newish.
Shit.
Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
Prey is too squirmy. Can't catch with claws.
As you come, I can feel my.
Hurts when I hit, doesn't it?
On it.
Oh, someone stitch me up.
Will do.
Better not wake up dead.
Strong strike. Good. Still aims.
Wow, that went very fucking long.
I've earned the right to mock body. You better scars.
I got it.
Touch beast. Within 5 fingers.
Fuck. That was very...
Hurts bad.
Hurts when I hit.
Felt nothing.
Good aim.
Shadow Hunter's strength demons. His body bleeds and dies.
I have no... I do believe... Well, shit. Nope, 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 nope. Let's try to go to the Ash World.
Yeah, can't do that.
The dark cell before it causes in form of blood and mark. Targets had to use.
Fatebinder. No. Archon. Welcome back to Ashweald. You've been busy. Let's end this.
I got it. I got it.
See, beast don't miss. Nope, nope.
As you command.
The trick is to keep twisting until you hear the snap.
Squirrely bastard, are you?
As you command. I'm fine. Just fine. I don't need that rip. Describe.
We should try that again.
If I had kids, they'd be feeling that one.
Count on it.
I'll be feeling that one for a minute.
Another scar? Fine.
If I had kids, they'd be feeling that one. This is embarrassing.
On it.
Doesn't it?
That's how it's done.
Whimper and ride for Beast Woman.
I got it.
twisting till you...
You learn something every day.
Another scar? Fine! Got dark all of a sudden.
It's time to hunt for the kid.
As you command.
Strong. Still aches.
See that? You should take a closer look.
Right.
We'll slaughter. We'll fill rivers with blood.
Right. On it.
Hurts when I hit, doesn't it?
On it. I got it.
Golden, lowering knives with white with surprise, the Archon tumbles to the ground, coughing blood as dark shadows that billow the ebb around him. He clashes at his shattered ribs and groans.
Look at you. The surprise of a lifetime.
He gasps, drowning at his lungs filled with blood. The light in his eyes dims and his pupil seeps black and expanding to fill the whole of his eyes. The look of meaning passed between you, his fingers digging into the ground.
Don't die too easily. Won't look good for me. This brightness is blinding.
Oh. I'm a little bit sad. I didn't want to kill you. Killing shadows. Alpha smells good.
Alpha smells good. Makes Beast Woman want to hunt. Kill. Human Shadow Mystic. Archon of Darkness is dead. Kills and Shadow thinks this cannot be true. Shadows are strongest. Shadows lie. Distort sun and sight with darkness. Win with deceit. Fatebinder sees now. Beast Woman is happy. Likes when Fatebinder wins. Likes that Fatebinder slaughtered Alpha of Scarlet Chorus without mercy. Was vicious, cunning, Archon with many voices. Was Alpha of biggest pack. Means Alpha of Kills and Shadow is bigger, better, strongest. Will always win. Fatebinder wants Beast Woman?
Guess we kinda have to go through the entire thing again. I'll be more quick right now because I already went through all the dialogues.
Sorry.
With that unpleasant, you have made. The court has its own charges to present and invites you to answer. The trial begins now. At least you are on the court. I first. Who Scarlet
Me? The fate I said.
will let the.
If it I
Will any let the.
Arcot thought.
Will anyone? I have one final question, Fatebinder. You were brought to this campaign to adjudicate. It's possible. I am finished with my line of questioning. Have you any closing remarks for the court? The way you after innocent. Arca, I once you. I am willing to accept you as my new, my loyal. My gavel, master.
I can't.
Still, I'm sad that I'm saddened that we had to kill the Blood and Mark. He was cool. He was awesome. Like, he was chill character. He was fun.
Archon. Change has come to the Tears, and in time it will reach the Empire itself. You are the agent of that change, and even I could not have predicted what impossible heights you would reach. The time has come to take up the gavel and usher in a new age of structure and law to the Tears.
Yeah, at least we're agreeing on something.
You will henceforth define justice for the rest of us. I will follow your lead and endeavor to follow your design. As the ruling Archon of the Tears, I submit to your authority and thank you for bringing order out of chaos. Go and represent the strength of law. Be the example the Tears require, the force that keeps them together, and the hope for their future under one rule. Let your justice know no mercy but that which you impose. Civilization itself will bend according to your design. Never forget this.
Metric choice from a child to an educator. Forcing to submit to your rule.
Will do.
Yeah, cool, but I spoiled myself a little bit with this game, unfortunately, already. But I guess I made the decision. I made it that keeping the blood and marks on my side was out of question, unfortunately. Encounter Bastards. As you pick your way across the rocky wonders, you find the first taken bundle of cloth. Investigation quickly reveals to be dry, discards scripts of serpents, spreading it out. You realize their time must be once you hide and because the gatepost. Snakes or tears are often venomous, but their meat light, gooey with a flavor generally superior to the flightless birds than the tears may prefer to hunt. Super on the side, however, may not be able to get. Care for it. You pet the dog and feed it some of your rations. As she pants, tail wagging tiredly, you eventually move on, bringing the dog with you, and you leave her with you from a village along the road, shining to her. You leave her, dog watches you go, and even she nuzzles into her new master. Joyful. Yay. I just hope I don't end it here, you know? Because if it turns out that I literally ended the game, that would be very strange.
Another vassal? I'm starting to think we're bad at making friends.
This isn't working!
There's nothing. It's time to hunt for prey hits hard. Prey is squirmy. Cats with claws.
I'm on it.
See that? I'm not entirely useless.
Shadow Hunter strikes with sharpest claws.
Bleed out, you little
Fear nothing.
Will do. Can't do that.
Slaughter. Rip them with claws.
Crap!
damn thing couldn't pierce cloth. Bleed out, you little shit.
Right.
Furry! Can't catch with claws!
That one.
Hurts bad! Fear nothing!
Consider it done.
Die! Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
I need to try a different weapon.
Bleed out, you little shit. What the fuck is wrong with my weapon?
On it. Those words are more than this useless weapon. Stop from the record.
It's time to hunt to kill!
Will do. On it. On it.
Swipe this!
little shit!
Curious.
Johan calling.
Can't do that. Ah, got it.
Nope, he's gonna do stuff, so.
Sorry, I can't.
Come at me, grave meat!
Again? Next time.
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
What the fuck is wrong with my weapon?
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
This isn't working!
Attack again? It's got better next time.
Right.
Fall before me!
Guess that's the way it is. Yep.
On it.
Already killed 2 archons. Guess we're killing the 3rd one here. Not the ending I expected, but... Oh, it's not the
I got
ending,
it.
it's just... How would I put it?
Curious.
It's not something that I expected I'd have to do.
More tallies to the buddy count.
Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
Get back here! Will do. See that? That's entirely useless.
Right.
There's nothing.
I got it.
I'll take care of it.
Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
Consider that.
For the glory of Kairos!
Fall before me!
I'll take care of it.
Right. I got it.
say that mighty Tunon bowed to his wayward legal clerk. I ought to be surprised, but that knot of contradictions has been ready to unravel for a long time.
Oh, come on.
The silence and cacophony tells me that the voices of Narat is dead, and I have every reason to celebrate. But I don't imagine for a moment that you came seeking my gratitude for a job well done. If indeed Tunon's headsman has been dispatched, then I am spared a nightmare plagued by shadows. No one will mourn his passing. So, you see fit to grace my halls with your presence. This will be the last time. I have no wish to consort with traitors. You have held back this campaign against the Tears long enough. After I grind your bones into the dry earth, my disfavored will take back this realm for the vaunted North, and you will be forgotten.
Beast Woman and Alpha, to kills in shadow, have come hunt disfavored extinct. After many more than 5 seasons of hunting, finally, now, last Shadow Hunter will slaughter, will devour Alpha to ironclads.
I guess.
Will be Archon to ironclad's bones that are being ground between Beast Woman's killing teeth.
Would that I had killed you back in Vendrian's Well. Had I a moment of foresight, I would not have hesitated to twist your head from your neck.
This campaign, that's why I like going into RPGs blind, or any games. That kind of like, I did not expect that moment is always worth of it. Like, I don't think like with some RPGs...
Gather, my legion! We will see this pestilence dispatched for the battlement of war! Fatebinder, prepare yourself!
Like, the games like Skyrim
this one a
or
lesson.
Mass Effect,
We will not
I
suffer
will
insubordination.
not be able
This isn't working!
as I play the Tyranny right now, I just can't. The game is...
Right.
Try us to squirmy! Yours!
I know those games well enough to know where to go.
They're nothing.
This one...
Harsh words cause more harm than this useless
I'm
weapon.
going to enjoy it way more because of it.
As you command. Harsh words will cause more harm than this useless weapon.
Not a problem, boss. Damn thing could pierce cloth.
On it.
But this one...
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
I'm surprised. I can only thought that
They're nothing.
it takes a long time. It's just a lot of games. I specifically didn't have that
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
keys where my decision actually matters. Because I heard that many other RPGs.
Crap! I got it.
It just came back to
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
to play in the same world once or
Next wave, my legion! For the North!
Fall before me!
On it.
Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
These bones cannot be... These feet cannot be moved. On it. Let the land shudder and tremble.
there's a lot of other RPGs that you buy they tell you that
This is not a fight you can win! Attack, my soldiers!
Bleed out, you little shit!
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something. This is embarrassing.
Ha! Ha!
Shadowhunter strikes with sharpest claws.
Fall before me!
At once.
For the glory of Kairos!
It's time to hunt to kill.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth. This isn't working.
Prey is too squirmy.
And
Can't
also,
catch
good
with
thing I
claws.
didn't the bar. He would have been best.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth. I'm on it.
Sorry, I can't do that. Get up! Now's not the time for... You're really hurt.
Powerful kills in shadow.
Don't throw your lives away, my northerners! I will handle this upstart.
No, sorry. All right. Good as new, or at least new. Consider it done.
I never had it.
I need to try a different weapon. Right.
Good. Always am. Doom's alpha act.
You got it. Fall before me!
Crap!
Fall before me! Hope you fancy red.
This weapon is entirely worthless.
Pity, you want...
Ready?
Wait out, you little shit!
Kills 3 out of 4 Archons. Stricken, the Archon looks down on his bloodstained hands with disbelief. Beads of sweat roll from his brow and a glistener of the of his eyes. Graven Ash turned his attention up to you. The last of the fight left him, nothing remains but the final vestige of
Well struck. You are the victor, and I go to my eternal rest in the void. Wish I could feel anything but relief. A warning to you, Archon. Kairos marches on the tiers. A new army, a stronger army, advances on these untamed lands, seeking to return with your head on a pike. There is nothing you can do to stop it.
I think Alice will respond if I proclaim edict on Odin. That would be to the trick. But I have unified the TS and I wish to surpass peacefully. Why would Overlord desire more killing? Yeah, that's my
Fear. This move smells of Kairos' fear. You have his power of the edict. All the loyalty in your heart cannot change the fact that, from Kairos' point of view, you are less of a headache dead.
That's sad.
Surrender to the Overlord, and reaffirm your fealty if you truly wish to serve. Shout it from your spire. That ought to get everyone's attention. But be wary what Kairos has in store for you if you get your desired peace. Would you hear my final testimony, Fatebinder? Before you bring ruin to my homeland and unravel the war we built together, would you hear me one last time?
Yeah, I would hear him because
You are on a path to incredible power. A path that I walked long, long ago. There was strength, victory, triumph. Everything an Archon of War should expect from a life so accomplished. But there was also pain. Had I another century to describe it, I could not explain the punishing agony of my devotion. My soldiers grew to depend on me, and I gifted them my protection. But I also took their harm upon myself. I had the strength to endure, for a time. Every gutting, every crushed bone, every death. I took it all upon myself, to spare my troops. You must be prepared to do the same. Your rise to power is no matter of personal glory. It touches all who trail in your wake. When you ascend, you won't be alone. Far from it. There will be others who look to you. You will be responsible for them in more ways than you can know.
yep, I'm
Take
listening.
care with those who follow you. Depend on each other. But harden yourself to accept the burden of their love. Devotion can bite deeper than any spear. I hope that you are prepared for what comes next. Because
Because what?
Kairos will not make it easy.
Then just bad Archon releases all of his tension and for an instant stretch of his peace. Bernash, the last of the great Northern Warlords, dies
If Ironclad's Alpha crawls back to life, Kills and Shadow will happily mutilate Elder for vengeance again, and again, and again.
in that one falls like watching a spire hit the ground. Somehow I thought I enjoyed more.
We actually did it! We slew the Archon of War! I'll document later. Right now, I think I need a change of pants and a good cleansing vomit.
Yeah, Lantry, I can feel that. Wow.
Packmate is sleeping. We'll wait for a short while.
What's wrong with him?
These are coins that I don't think. Well, she knows her hands try to kill the blade at first sight. First looks away, finding it difficult to do.
Pull it together, big guy. I know you're strong enough to make it through this.
In spite of his infirmity, you can tell that there's still strength left in Bright Flames. He may even mumble a few words of hand, but there will be nothing of a loss. That's sad. I'm gonna save. Wave of energy radiation from fire draws you forward, crushing your body and mind in eager embrace. So tight, the resonance stands ready to broadcast your voice.
Nice. Smart and quiet. It's easier to plunge a knife in someone's back when they think you're watching it.
Oh, this certainly won't end in our executions. Kairos would never demand his Archons fight one another to the doom of all.
Considering Kairos' most recent notice, I think the Orlord and Snarad had something in common. They both seem willing to forgive most any behavior that's backed with a demonstrable strength of loyalty. I don't think being logic has a safe decision. Simply safer than direct conflict. Both Kairos as for Spagart, I'll mention it first.
I won't question your final judgment. I swore you an oath after all. Just remember that even if Kairos decides you chose our every action by her orders, she may still condemn you for the outcome. Her philosophy holds as much in common with Tunans as Nerat's.
Magnified by the power of Resonator, your victorious words thunder across the valley and out to the world beyond. A second later, you hear the reverberation of a voice echoing off the mountain. A moment passes, and far to the north and east, bolts of copper heard the lightning roll between the clouds, spectacle last seen a century ago, when the northern kingdom fell to Kairos and became the Northern Empire. The conquest of the tears and all of the edges is at long last complete.
The Tears have been conquered, unified at last under a single banner. Word of your victory reaches the ear of Kairos, as does your declaration of fealty and obedience to the Overlord. In answer to your surrender, Kairos' armies halt their advance on the Tears and withdraw to their garrisons. United under the Scarlet Banner, the Tearsmen are reborn as your loyal servants, bound to you by fear and shared victory. The whole of Tyranny now finally rests in Kairos' grasp. The conquest is, at long last, complete.
Days after declaration of victory, the mountain spire became a bustling hub of incoming peace delegation and missive births. The newly conquered vassal complete for your favor with the obsequious display of fealty and flattery. In the flood of missives comes a single wordless message bearing the seal of Kairos. It depicts of Matarotas with all the districts of Novel carved up, each assigned the symbol of Archon. Your symbol is a stereotype of Peninsula of the Tears. Actions speak louder than words, and one day you receive a map from Kairos. His scout report that the army marching upon the Tears have reversed course and disbanded. You fulfilled Kairos' decree, and all Tears is now ruled by a single Archon. The former rivals have either submitted to you or perished, bringing the civil war to a close. In their pride, the disfavored never imagine themselves beaten, especially when their opponents appeared so disorganized. The last remnants of the Legion dispersed, their general destroyed, their honor broken beyond mending. The throne that follows their humble ranks haunts them even in the depth of obscurity. Scarlet Corps, true to form, bore quick to change allegiance once the voices of Nera died. They pledged their devotion to you, hoping to gain your favor. In the months following your victory, emissaries of the surviving game bosses presented offerings and tokens of fealty, but without a devoted taskmaster to keep them in line, flimsy power structure collapsed, reduced Scarlet Corps to the whisper of its former strength. Under your guidance, those who resisted the conquest and sowed discontent are vanquished. Their rebellion brought to its end. Any lingering questions of who is true ruler of Tears answered by your impact on their constructed nation. While you manage to unite the Tears under a single banner for conquest, losing the support of Orwell's army makes the work of maintaining this order all more difficult. Loyalties weaken and slip, but you make a point of taking personal hand in the country's governance. After time and struggle, the Tearsmen begin to see themselves as citizens of a unified land. With the Edict of Stone dispelled, the earth settles around the Stone Sea, ushering a new age of verdant growth and prosperity. The country may never resemble the glorious realm of Asia, but in new life, many things become possible. The memory of Cairn as a great force of destruction remains as a monument of inert rock. Most agree that the world is better without the Archon of Stone, as the people of Azure begin to slowly reclaim the land that was once torn asunder by its power. With the Edict of Stone dispelled, you ensure that the humans will once again populate the former realm of Azure. The Stone Stalker's tribe is gradually pushed out of the new territory, and those who don't resist are enslaved to work to build a new human settlement. The Dex of Eradix is a huge blow to the disfavored. Without the support of the Mage Guild, the Legion finds itself outclassed for the first time, suffers on the battlefield. With Unbroken all but destroyed, the former citizen of Star threatens to slide into lawlessness. Kairos' forces stationed at Saint managed to quell hostile uprising, but peace under nations in leadership resisted at every turn. Ravenash's daughter is never seen again. When the infant of her star resurfaces in the wake of Voices of Nera's death, you assign soldiers to the task of your bringing and education. You often study her from afar and wonder how you can leverage her potential to further your ends. Only time will tell. The Edict of Storm continues to rage across the war-torn remains of the late grave, widely threatened as an inhabitable wasteland. The former citizens of Starward make for any territory that will have them. They wandered the tears as refugees, their pride and dignity worn down by the same erosion that claimed their homeland. You played the censor's game and emerged victorious, retrieving the Silent Archive from the Valiant Citadel. Then asked to turn it over, you decided it was better off in your possession. Instead, you sent Censor to Cacophony as a gift to the voices of Nerat. Taking Silent Archive from its pedestal and disrupting the preservation spell holding the Valiant Citadel in stasis, you caused the collapse of the single largest repository of knowledge in Terratus. The world may never know the true extent of the loss. The sages are all black white from the tears. What remained of their hoarded knowledge is vulnerable, likely to be misused as destroyed. Destroyed? Damage done to the intellectual core of the region was likely beyond reversal. The small groups of would-be scholars gain influence from time to time. The setback is ultimately to us to overcome. Without your help, small garrison of Kairos was easily overwhelmed by the Bronze Brotherhood, who are intent on taking settlement back. It found us under control of Bronze Brotherhood, and what was once Tribe's center of commerce for the tribes quickly devolved to a lawless town called by mercenaries and thugs. The bastard wounds you seized into a mist of history as obtrusively as it surfaced. How do you send to plumb the depth report on a shallow, silent cave and peer to the old world cloaked with the boulders and roughly statues? You never learned what became of a small faction community that buried there in the darkness. By enacting the Edict of Andriel's Well, you announced your power to the world, mercifully for the inhabitants of Andriel's Well. The Edict on the Well does not linger for long, but the event is for remembers first to play true from Kai's new Darkon. Death of Gravenash means the end of a disfavored. Without the comfort and support of a great general, that remains of leading instincts into hopelessness. Okay, I'm getting tired of reading. Do not the educator continues to dispense justice from his sin and bastard city. He follows the laws you craft to the letter, advising on any of the meticulous changes you lack the time or the patience to craft. Without his aid, the task of keeping order in the tears would be nigh impossible. The death of Bled and Mark deprives the world of the most capable murderer. One less bedtime story to scare children is no significance, though you can't help but glance at the dark corners of every room and feel as if something is watching you. Bled and Mark will always cast a long shadow over your life. The death of Graven Ashla barred a shadow of his former self. Follows you for a time as much out of habit as reflex. All agreed that there is nothing of him left under iron shell. He departs your company without word, assuming a position at the crossroads where he allows himself to rust as solid as any statue. Earth finds herself adrift in the relative peace that follows your conquest. She returns to the field and seeks out a young woman from rural communities, acting her fighting skill to only the most passionate. Over the course of many apprentices, she follows a snared example that forms a personal army. Follows sisterhood. First proves to be strict teacher, and you hire her services often, confident that she'll take any assignment where there's blood to it. Lantry keeps a close watch over you, describing his account, your deeds and accomplishments. His tireless quest to fill the chronicles with history and knowledge. Follows you even into the twilight years, and together you learn much about the world. Grand not to notice Lantry's waning strength, though you find yourself pausing mid-sentence to let his writing catch up. He recognizes your generous ruse and appreciates it in silence. Ebb remains in your company, where she seeks out promising fruits among supporters, recognizing some more. This time she takes on a team of apprentices in your school of would-be typecaster. Though she often jokes that the school is bound to fail with her at the helm, still think otherwise. Still in Shadow shows little interest in cleaning up tears after a victory, says she takes it upon herself to hunt down every disfavored soldier in the country. You hear frequent words of mauling and disappearance among Kairos' rank. Tyranny grows quiet over time, speaking little and foregoing her song as she distracts herself from humility. One day she simply walks out of camp and makes for the wilderness in tears. Rumor reaches that Tyranny has occupied an abandoned mountain-like temple, her vow of silence drawing a small group of respected followers. With your loyalty to Claus declared to all, the overworld conquest of Terratus is complete, and the people of Tyranny finally see the end years of bloodshed. From your perch atop the ancient spire, you survey the lands now ruled by Kairos' decree. The followers are all too eager to boast of the power of the edict, and they whisper that the reckoning will someday come. For the time being, the Overlord seems content to let you rule the tears, the legal glory of Kairos. Oh, Tim Kane. Neat. Real thing. Well, I was I don't know what to say. I did not expect that I'm gonna finish the game that quickly, I'll be honest. I knew that it's like a shorter game, but still. But it was highly enjoyable, I enjoyed it a lot. There are a few things that like that which could be done differently, like the Union proclaiming that like he's bound to me, not the overlord, that was kind of meh. The fact that I was not able to convincingly get Blood and Mark on my side, that was also a little bit amiss. But overall, it's a great RPG game and definitely was a nice it was a nice getting into the CRPGs with that one. The writing is great, the gameplay was a little bit off in a few points, plus the fact that the Bastard Woods is bugged kind of like convinced me that maybe not this playthrough I will complete it. But yeah, I didn't get a good endings for some factions because of that, but overall, still great. Next time I'm playing it, I'm probably gonna attempt to do the disfavored run where I'm loyal to disfavored. Well, I'm still loyal to Kairos, but mainly to the disfavored. This one was more of like attempts. My first attempt in the game, thus I was like coming up with things on the fly more than anything, so yeah. But those plans are what to do in the future. I will decide at a later date. For now, just if anybody who watched it was even remotely interested in Tyranny and or trying a good CRPG that is like relatively short, I cannot Fallout 1 or 2 like way longer, I highly recommend to pick up Tyranny. It goes on sale quite often. Order to play it, you will not regret it. Anyway, that was fun, and I'm gonna end stream here, cause yeah, the only thing that was left then is like trying to complete like some loyalty quests, try to find or try to complete faster ones, which I have no interest at this point. So thanks for being with me and have a great time.